Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's time for another edition of This Ship Gets Me. I'll apologize for the air conditioner in the background. I can't believe the ship that gets me at tier 6 is the Cossack, a ship that I regularly shit all over. We're on Northern Waters in a domination match, and for tier 6, the premium destroyer that gets me is the Royal Navy Tier 6 Premium Destroyer Cossack. The OG Cossack, not the Cossack 38, not its cousin, the Haida, but the original Cossack in all its neutered form. We are top tier. We are moving out, looking at the enemy destroyers, Shiratsuyu, Achilles T-61. We do have a short range sonar, couple of speed boosts, and a couple of smokes at our disposal. And I would say it's probably this well-rounded kit that leads to some success. I would say the other thing is that when I roll out in the Cossack, or a ship like the Cossack, which could be like the Orkan, for example, I know that I can't use torpedoes, so I think in order to be useful to my team, I have to kill at least one enemy destroyer. And that is how I will attribute my success in the Cossack to that mindset. It makes me laugh. It really just deserts that this is the destroyer that I perform the best at tier 6. And there are destroyers I love at tier 6. I love Leningrad. I'm not saying the Leningrad stats back that up. I really love the Ukikazi. You said pick one ship at tier 6. If you have to do well, I would pick Ukikazi. Clearly, I would be picking wrong, but I would pick Ukikazi nonetheless. But believe it or not, it is the Cossack that stirs the drink here at tier 6. Alright, I think the other enemy destroyer is in the cap here. We have started our sonar. Really, it won't do much unless he comes to a screeching halt about 4 kilometers from me and hides in a smoke screen. We will preemptively launch all of our torpedoes in a wide spread. I really don't use tube by tube very much in this destroyer, or any of the destroyers that only have 4 torpedoes available, which might just be the Orkan. Aside from this, there is Shiratsuyu. We're going to light him up. I'm going to exhort my teammates to shoot at him. As you can see, we've only got 3 turrets. Thankfully, he hasn't set me on fire yet, and I'm chunking him for damage. And he still hasn't set me on fire yet, and he looks like he's about 1 salvo and 1 shell away from dying. There is the salvo, and I guess it's going to take 2 salvos. And that is the death of Shiratsuyu. So to me, I have checkmarked on my job. I killed a same tier enemy destroyer. We did lose a lot of health, so it's going to be really iffy in this kind of scenario, and this is why I don't like ships like this. If this is a regular destroyer, you would just switch to torpedo boat mode, but with only 4 torpedoes per salvo, the Cossack can't do that. So you're left to do the little things. I talk about this all the time in my videos. You've got to do everything you can possibly do in this ship to help out your team, because you can't rely on the cheap and easy way of piling up damage with torpedoes. So you got to spot, you got to cap, you got to defend the cap, and you got to kill the enemy destroyers, and then you will basically do the most that you can do to help your team, unless you get lucky and an enemy battleship blunders into all 4 of your torpedoes. You're probably not going to do a lot of torpedo damage. And we'll look at the stats, and I think that'll bear that out. As you can see, we have just short of 15,000 damage. So I would say if I kill 2 destroyers a game, I'm doing about 30,000 damage. You know, maybe add in a torpedo strike, 35,000 damage. That's just me spitballing out there damage numbers. As you can see, there's another destroyer still in the cap. And I am beating feet out of there because, most importantly, I don't have a lot of health left. I got 3,900 hit points left out of 14,800, so not a lot. And discretion is the better part of valor. There's a full health Achilles. I am under no illusions he would have destroyed me, and that would have been the end of the game for me. It's a battleship out there. I launched torpedoes in his general direction, but he's behind a rock. Basically, he's got to back into those torpedoes for them to work. So, doing a little bit of a spit and a prayer here, but I'm not trying to get spotted because I don't have a lot of health left, and I have limited tools to create damage left at my disposal. All right, 1, 2 torpedo strikes, and a flood on Andrew Doria. He heals it, and now I'm like, all right, I'm desperate. I'm going to shoot at him, try to set him on fire, because I want to kill him. And I don't want my teammates to kill pinch him. And now we're shooting into the air because he... Oh, thank God we set him on fire. All right, we're going to have to hope that does it. Set him on fire again. Yes. Kill number 2. All right, low health destroyer. Can we get a third kill here in the Cossack? I think we can. All right, no health destroyer. Is he going to be dead? We just fired 2 shells into the ether, hoping they would be enough to kill him. I don't think they're going to be. I think they missed. So now I'm really relying on luck that he's got to come towards me a little bit and get spotted. We're going to torp into the gap, hoping that I can just catch him with a stray. Sarov over there, aircraft carrier. I gotta mention this, even though the difference between Cossack and Cossack 38 is that Cossack 38 is a 4th turret that was removed for AA on the Cossack. Your AA still sucks in the Cossack, so you aren't going to achieve a whole lot based on your AA. Just one man's opinion. And I'm going to link my other Cossack video. I think it's called This is the Worst Ship in the Game. So they've worst premium in the game, so they made another one. Obviously, I made that video before Miyoji came out. But it still kind of holds true. Even though, deeply ironic to me that this is my best performing premium at tier 6. But I think it is a terrible premium. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it'd be up there with Charles F. Hughes and The Sims as equally hapless. But I've had a big damage game, at least in the Charles F. Hughes, 120k. So maybe The Sims? Yeah, these aren't very good. By the way, I want to mention, if you haven't checked out Aaron's video, where he talks about battle carriers, I think they're calling them. If you want to see the ridiculous that's coming next, it's like the mullet of ships. It is a battleship in the front and a carrier in the rear. Dumb. Just super dumb. I'll just say that right now. Absolutely stupid. But Wargaming's bringing it here with no second thought about it. So that's probably why they did the carrier rework, to make the battle carriers somewhat useful, I guess. I don't know. They're bringing the Enterprise. That's welcome. That should have been the first carrier in the game, in my opinion. I would have paid for it back then. Right about now, I don't know. All right, there is the Sarov. It looks like he's headed my way. So we're going to preemptively launch some torps. Again, not doing the single tube, just because I like the nice pattern the spread makes in the water. Planes coming at me. Now I know they have a big drop, so I'm going to turn away and try to get like online, so I can try to split the torps. And then I see that this guy had a really terrible drop, so I'm just going to say forget it and turn back out the other way. By the way, we're capping Bravo right now, so yeah. If that was your best attempt to stop me from capping Bravo, it was pretty bad. All right, there is the cap. And torpedoes are moving in on Serov. We'll throw some stuff out there, but I didn't need to. One torp gets it done, and that is kill number 3. Plenty of ships left on the board. I'm hoping, as we dodge some HE dropped by the Serov's last flight, I'm hoping to get one more kill and turn this into a 4-pack. Simply because I'm a realist and I know that with such limited health, I'm not going to be able to kill 5 ships unless I have no health left. So T-61 Achilles, we saw him earlier, was full health. He is still out there. And a cruiser and a battleship. Obviously, I really don't want the cruiser anywhere near me. I'll take the battleship if I can get some torps off. But yeah, we've got 3 kills. We've got a solo. We've got an assisted base cap. Some cap defended flags, a couple fires, 3 torpedo strikes. I mean, basically, we're trying to do a little bit of everything here. All right, I see the Arizona. He is wounded. Very tempting to a guy like me. Cruiser also very wounded. He looks like he's a little too far for our main battery range, and Arizona is closer. So I'm headed towards Arizona, although Surrey, yep, you can see I was seeing if I could lob some shells over the island there. Very tempting, but I think he just got killed. Arizona, can we get torps out on Arizona? This is an instance where I probably should have used tube by tube. I think I'm like, why would I launch if he's turning? I want to catch him broadside. And then I think here I'm just like, screw it. So I put up my smoke and we're going to try to kill pinch. And we do set Arizona on fire. And then there's no spotting of the Arizona. I thought there would be. So yeah, we kind of screwed ourselves. I should have launched torps. And the fire's not ticking, unfortunately for me. And I think Arizona's going to get finished off right there by the carrier. And so I just should have stayed out in the open and shot at him. Oh, he's still alive. All right, we'll keep shooting. And I totally missed. And those shells hit, but I just think it hastened his death. And those shells hit and hastened his death. And those shells hit and we still don't kill him. And because the carrier had him on fire, the carrier gets the kill. Alright, 2 destroyers left. And our team has pretty much an insurmountable lead, even if I die. So we're moving in. We were recently spotted, so I know they know where I am. I just have to find a lower health target here. And I don't think that's going to happen. I am looking at the minimap, and I am seeing where the carrier is looking at here, reflected on the minimap. There's an enemy ship. I'm like, where the F is the enemy ship? I see him on my minimap, but I don't see him in real life. And I'm trying to maintain the bow profile. Really nice kill by the Ranger. Really nice kill. And I don't know where the other destroyer is. Oh, yes I do. I'm running away from him, I guess. Why am I going the other way? Oh, to get into the cap. Well, that makes sense. So I decided capping is the better part of Valor here, because it doesn't require health to get a cap. And maybe that other destroyer is out on the edge, and I would never get there anyway. So we are just beelining back for Alpha here. And if and when we can flip Alpha, it'll just be another base cap to add to our score. And again, just the little things you should do in Cossack to have a good game. Alright, we're now capping Alpha. I am aware that the enemy destroyer is on the other side of my ship. I guess I just didn't care. That's the end of the game. It doesn't matter anyway. Alright, here we are on the victory screen. Just 55,000 damage. 3 torp strikes, 3 kills, 4 fires, 3 floods, 2 cap defendeds, 1 solo, 1 assisted base cap. Ended up just short of 500,000 silver. 7499 ship XP, 7868 commander XP in the Cossack. And team results, there we are at the top of the board. 2731 base XP. So you can not do a lot of damage and still have a great game. Also a GG to my teammate in the Ranger with 4 kills. You know, some other people could have done more. Ship Smasher. But all in all, I mean, that's what you got to do to be successful in this ship. Not damage dependent. All right, let's go look at the stats. 74% winning percentage, 61 matches, 45 wins, 16 defeats, kill death ratio of 1.0, average damage just 28k before we were so rudely interrupted. So not a ton of damage. Don't have a Kraken in this ship. Probably never will get one. Anyway, love to hear what you think about the Cossack and or this video. Like, comment, subscribe down below. What is the ship you do best in? What premium destroyer is your go-to at tier 6? Let me know in the comments. I think it'll bring you some battleships in this series in the future. See you later, everybody. Have a good one.